Yo, what up, y'all? I would say welcome back to the show and all that, but y'all know it ain't that type of show. Here, you let your hair down, kick your shoes off, and get comfortable, because we get to know each other. And today I wanted to speak to y'all about this Dr. Umar Johnson. If you're not familiar with him, he is a black community activist. And when I say black community activist, that's exactly what he is. He's not about no other community except for the black community. So if you're white, Latin, Asian, he don't give two about you. So he is a black community activist. So let's call him for exactly what he is.
Against the brother Charleston White, I don't believe I belong on a platform with him. As you can see, my message is very much about the best interests of the community. It's about saving our children, our men, our women. It's about building schools, which I'm actively doing, okay?
What college this nigga graduated from, what kid he done counseled, we don't know none of this. So yeah, Umar Johnson.
As someone who has, done some things that many people would consider deplorable and unforgivable. The messages are not the same. The missions are not the same. The work is clearly not the same. Clearly not the same. Now, he says he's a community activist. I don't know what he's doing. I can't speak to that. But you damn sure ain't done in these streets what I've done. You understand? I'm the most influential school psychologist in American history, hands down. I save more black kids from prison and special ed than any other psychologist, educator.
Now, he is supposed to be going against Charleston White, a man who says anything that comes to mind, basically. He does not care, never cared. I started watching his content, and some of the stuff that he was saying was for shock value. I didn't see it as that, but later on I started to realize, wow, some of the stuff that this guy says is crazy, and I should not take it seriously. But let's be real. There's people in the black community who take him seriously, Charleston White. They even take Dr. Umar Johnson seriously because of his body of work. He's been out there for a while. And I actually watched a lot of his content when I was younger. And that's what drew me to him. And I'm all about the community. I'm not for just one community because, again, I love everybody. Everybody should love each other. And it's not about just one group of people striving and just one group of people making it. We all gotta make it. We all have to live in this world. We're all living identical lives because, let's be real, life can be hard for a lot of people, and it is. But these two gentlemen are supposed to be pillars of the community. They are supposed to lead us to the promised land, because let them tell it, that's exactly what they are preaching. So instead of guiding me towards the right path, and instead of bringing us to the promised land, they do neither, and they do the total opposite, to the point where some of the stuff that they say, Charleston White, for example, is crazy. And we have some clips of that we're going to play, of course, because you have to get the full context of some of the things that he says and how shocking they are.
The things he does for the community, and he said he doesn't want to be with anybody who disses the deceased. He just said he's not really too fond of you, and he doesn't want to be anywhere near you.
Yeah, niggas that wear dashikis, them niggas don't mean the goddamn. Them niggas be wearing dashikis trying to look cool with good haircut. Yeah, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Yeah, players don't wear dashikis. I'm a player type motherfucking nigga. Nigga, and I ain't trying to put two bitches in one household like that nigga, so we ain't the same kind of nigga. And number three, he a beggar. I ain't no beggar. He been begging to get his school built. I don't beg for nothing, not even pussy. So no, we ain't the same kind of nigga. And I ain't got no like or dislike for the nigga. I just know homie, the strongest man in the land is the man who wake up every day and ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. And as long as he been talking to the people, naming himself doctor, he been asking and begging our people for money. As long as I've been talking to the people as Mr. Charleston White and now comedian Charleston, I don't ask for no money. I don't post my cash.
And yes, shock value, as we know it, it makes you money. Yes, it's what draws people to you. A lot of people when you shock them, they are willing to listen to you. When you're soft and you're approaching them in a different manner, yeah, people will overlook it and just, whatever. How much content do you go through every day? And I mean scroll through. You see the thumbnail and you're like, whatever. It seems interesting, but I'm not going to click on it and actually sit there and watch it. So you overlook it. But shock value, something that's shocking, oh yes, we are clicking on that immediately. Immediately. We're clicking on that one and probably watching it to the end. It could be a 16-minute video, 20-minute video. We're watching that to the end because of the shock value. It's shocking to you. And that's exactly what Charleston White has figured out about the game that he's in. Because yes, that's exactly what it is. He's playing the game. Dr. Umar Johnson is playing the game. And see, I even call him Dr. Umar Johnson because I still have that level of respect for him. When I first started watching Dr. Umar's videos, I had much love and respect for him. I definitely did. To the point where I was going to donate. But as time went by, I started to realize something. There was a lot of talk and not a lot of doing. So no, I never sent a dime, never sent a penny, never donated to the school, which I still have not yet to see built. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all are still asking the same question also. Where is this school? We don't know. And we're supposed to overlook that. That's crazy, isn't it? And a lot of y'all have. A lot of people who still follow him, they do. They have overlooked it. It's like amnesia. Matter of fact, that's exactly what it is. It's amnesia. It's chosen. You choose to be blind to the fact that this man promised you something for years, and I'm talking about years, to the point where the donations added and amounted up to $500,000 or more. You know how much money that is? To most people, I was going to say some people, to most people in the world, do you know how much money that is? $500,000. And you mean to tell me till this day, you are still asking for donations from people? And do you know what the most craziest thing is? People are still donating. Yes, till this day, they still are donating. They still are giving to Umar Johnson. Yes, they are. And that's crazy. And here, we don't like to talk down about anyone, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm not talking down to anyone. I'm no better than anyone in this world. We're all the exact same. Trust and believe. Just because you may have a couple more dollars than the next person, it does not mean you're better than them at all. Because you got to remember that the dollar has the value that we give it. The dollar would not have any value by itself. It's a piece of paper. So you're no better than anyone else. We just give that dollar more value because you can purchase more things in life with it. Come on, let's be real. But to have that much money donated to you and not produce anything at all to this community, and especially to promise the young black boys a school, I'm so happy that I believe not a lot of people bought into it. Not a lot of young boys bought into it. When I was younger, like I said, I kind of bought into it until I started to see for myself, and I did some homework, and yeah, none of it came to fruition. No school at all. So I moved on. And again, that's when I caught sight of Charleston White. His content was very shocking. And I was rocking with it a little bit until he started talking about essaying, women, and I'm not down for that at all. And now he goes by the comedian Charleston White, which I get exactly what he did. Like I said, it's all a game and we're all playing in it. And so is he. So I get why he added the comedian Charleston White to the front of his name. That's smart. That's very smart. Because now, most of the things that he may say or he has to say is that it's for comedy. I'm a comedian. You see how that plays out? So I get that and I understand that. But at the same time, some of the things that are said are very shocking. And I guess you don't have to consume his content if you don't want to. That is true. But do you know how many kids may, and do you know how many people might still consume the content? Because let's be real, most people need guidance. Most people need leadership in this world. That is a majority of the world needs guidance and leadership. That is why we have governments. That is why we have kings, queens, yes, because most people need leadership and guidance. That is why people in other countries will accept a ruling party, a ruling family for decades, just because that person is of a certain bloodline. So, yes, they accept that. So, I do not
listening. So he can give a list of what he's doing, but there's no documentation of what he's done. I can tell you all the things that I've done, but I can also provide documentation of the things that I did and still do. So that's the difference between me and him, nigga. So I tell Dr. Umar Johnson, documentation beats conversation. And nigga, if I get on that stage, nigga, I'll kill his career. So I'm gonna let y'all continue to respect him, nigga, but I know him. And I know some people I can put on this motherfucker right now, in this career right now, nigga.
Advocate for some of the stuff that is said, especially by Charleston White. I don't advocate for donating dollars to something that has yet to be built, something that has yet to be bought. I have no idea. I've seen so many different videos. Now I just totally overlook it. But again, I have to tell y'all, be careful who you follow. Be careful who you let into your mind. Because your mind is the most precious and most priceless thing that you have. It is priceless. They cannot put a price on your mind, and they can never take that away from you. They can take everything else away from you, even your freedom. Lock you up in a cage for 25, 30, 100 years, but your mind, they can never take that unless you allow it to be taken, unless it is given, unless you give it to them. So watch who you allow into your mind. Watch the people that you consume. I cannot stress that enough. They are not leaders. Most of them are not leaders. They are not trying to build or lead communities. And sometimes they will even tell you that. I'm not trying to be a leader. Forget the black community. Yet they will tell you this and then turn around and make content and videos and speak on being for the black community and being so pro-black when they should be pro-everybody. Because it's one life to live and we're all living in the same world. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.